Hey y'all, I wanted to talk about Rungore. And Rungore is this newer game. It's started coming out with a little bit of tests and stuff last year, but now it's being pushed out there more with a bunch of new updates. It's a game that you can get on Steam, and it's a side-scrolling roguelite card game. So if you're a big fan of roguelites, if you like the sort of Hades style of just like having to, do things over and over again if you fail, if you like using cards to battle, you're gonna like this game. And it's fun. I'm not a person who normally likes those type of games. Like I had a little bit of fun with Hades, but I had to cheat a little bit to play through that and to really enjoy it. So, and I'm not like a huge card person. Sometimes I like cards here and there, but it's not like my main type of game I enjoy. It has like kind of, old school graphics to it. The character themselves that you play actually automatically attack for you. So you're not really mashing buttons to attack per se, but you get cards that add abilities that either power up your attacks or give you armor as you go through, and you pick up other objects within the level too to give you stat boosts. And it's basically the character just automatically running on its own as it's going through, and then it'll run into an enemy, you fight the enemy, then it'll run through again, you fight that enemy, and between every enemy, the game gives you cards, and you pick 3 cards that you want to bring into your deck. And it's up to you to figure out how many cards you want to use per battle and plan and strategize that. But because the character is constantly moving, you have to think real quick, because once the character runs into the battle, it just starts so quickly. It'll tell you ahead of time what the enemy is to give you some sort of strategy plan. But once you're in the zone, you have to move very quickly. It goes by really fast, and then if you're not prepared, you'll die like in 2 seconds. It'll take you out quick. So you just want to keep that in mind. You start as one character that you get in the beginning of the game, and then you have the ability to unlock more characters the more you play. And each character has their own subsets of cards you get. So every time you pick a character, all the cards you pick and choose are completely different because they're meant for that character you're playing. As well as every character has like a special little stat boost or whatnot. Like the character you start out with automatically gets health back after every battle to kind of get things going. And then all the other characters do other different stuff. Between each mission, you can back out and choose a different character to start your next run. Later on, you get the ability to actually switch characters between floors, because the way the levels work is there's 2 to 3 floors per level, and that's kind of how it is throughout the game. And it adds more enemies per level as you go through, and the enemies get tougher. So having that ability to switch in between is cool. They also add this little thing they didn't really have to add in, but it adds a little bit of interesting stuff to it, which is text dialogue boxes. They'll randomly pop up throughout the level, and they'll ask you like random questions or mention a random scene, and you choose your option of how you want to answer the question and react to the scene. And depending on how you answer it, you could get extra cards or lose health or gain health. It really depends, but it's all like kind of fun. And when it happens the first time, you're like, this is the most random thing. What does this have to do with anything? And then you're testing out like, what is this gonna do? You never know when they're gonna pop up, and that again is happening as the character is running. There's also subtle other gaming references in the game too. There's Fallout reference in there that's just really like obvious that they make, and so you can tell that they love other games, and it shoehorned in a little bit, but it's all in good fun, and it just makes the experience a little bit more charming. So if you like this kind of game, I would recommend definitely checking it out. For me, it's good to play in short sections. It's good to play a little bit of this game at a time and then revisit it instead of trying to play through it all in one go, at least for me. Other people might want to just keep playing to the end, but that's how I like to do it. But if you're a big fan of roguelites card games, this is definitely worth a shot to check out. I played it on Steam.